Dear Diary, I've always thought of myself as an uncomplicated girl. Simple, carefree, easy. You know, in an easy like Sunday morning kind of a way. Not in that other kind of easy. I avoid complications. In romance, in my Starbucks order, in life. My motto is just kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. So, given this, how did I, Carlötta Botox, land in the middle of a wacky criminal conspiracy with global implications? It's a tale so complicated, it had to be told in 2 parts. Welcome to the Carlötta Botox Chronicles.
She moved away from Jersey with a dream she must fulfill. She had all of the ambition and yet zero of the skill. She set her sights on stardom, it's a scratch she had to itch. And if Holly was not careful, it's about to be her bitch. Welcome to the Carlötta Botox Chronicles.
Dear Diary, when we last left the story, I had made arrangements with a guy named Guy to beta test a new holistic treatment called the Wasabi Colonic. It was supposed to improve your health. Little did I know that this guy, Guy, was involved in some pretty shady business that resulted in this crazy FBI raid.
FBI! Guy Pence.
Guy Pence. It's French.
Ow!
You're under arrest for crimes against America.
What? I don't understand what's happening.
Can't do this. Can't do this.
Get her.
And I, Carlötta Botox, was rounded up in the sting and brought in for questioning. Don't hurt the moneymaker.
Okay, let's begin. I am FBI Special Agent Harder, and joining me is Agent Longer. This is the witness statement of... Please state your name for the record.
Carlötta Botox with an umlaut.
Carlötta Botox, is that an alias?
It's my stage name. I'm an actress and an influenceress, but I'm also a...
Influenceress, huh? Are you and your Russian handlers influencering the destruction of American culture through social media?
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, we're getting ahead of our skis. Miss Botox, let's start with your real name.
It's Kitty Kanicki, and I'm innocent, I tell you. I can't go to jail. I swore off jumpsuits years ago. They're just such a nuisance when you're at the club and you have to download some vodka cranberry. I mean, for real.
Ma'am, you're not going to jail because you're not under arrest.
Yet.
Yet?
Spill the tea and you'll stay out of federal prison. But play it cute, and we'll be checking your size card for that orange jumpsuit.
Oh, I'm a 2, but I cannot do orange. I mean, it really clashes with my skin undertones.
Wonderful. I'll make sure the federal prison stylist gets the note.
Miss Botox, we just want you to answer a few questions.
Questions? What kind of questions? Oh, like an interview?
Exactly like an interview. Just pretend you're a guest on, say, The Helen Show.
I would not be caught dead on The Helen Show. She's a fraud. You know, the FBI should investigate her.
Enough fun and games. You're not on a talk show, Miss Botox. You're with the FBI, and you're gonna start talking, or we'll start enhanced interrogation techniques.
Okay, again, that's not a thing the FBI actually does. Officially.
I'll tell you everything. Just don't waterboard me, please. Only yesterday I got this blowout at Dry Bar, you see?
It looks very nice.
Thank you. They were having this promotion for this Rebel Wilson movie, and...
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you two want to talk about your gel manicures now? Are we at the health and beauty segment of the talk show?
In fact, I know a wonderful salon.
Shut up! And tell us about Operation Wasabi.
Well, it wasn't an operation. It was more of a procedure. See, they take a tube and then they place it up your...
I don't mean the enema part.
She's talking about the relationship between Guy Pence and Vladimir Hamsanovich.
Oh, Mr. Hansanovich. He's an oligarch.
We know that.
And Guy. Well, I just met Guy once.
You want us to believe that you met Guy Pence once.
It's Guy Ponce. Once.
And after just one meeting with Guy Ponce once, you agreed to participate in a Wasabi Colonic?
Yes?
You think we're gonna believe that? We're the motherfucking FBI. Do we look stupid?
You want me to answer that?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Carlötta, don't answer any questions.
Dave!
You know this man?
He's my manager.
Lawyer.
Manager.
Lawyer manager.
Which is it?
Both.
Neither.
Neither.
Both.
Okay, I'm gonna need an aspirin with a Xanax chaser.
Carlötta, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
You don't need to Mirandize Miss Botox because she's not under arrest. And besides, that would be our job. I'm sorry, you are...
Don't be sorry. I just said I am Miss Botox's manager. Lawyer.
You have a name, Mr. Manager, lawyer?
Yes, matter of fact, I do.
Feel free to indulge us when you're ready. We've got all day.
I'm Dave.
Yeah, we got that part. Is there a last name, Mr. Dave?
It's Barrister Dave. Moisten Minge.
Moisten Minge?
The fourth.
This is like a clown car of stupidity. Well, it seems you're in very good hands, Miss Botox.
Thank you. I think so too. In fact, Dave is...
Miss Botox would like to invoke her 25th Amendment rights on the grounds that it might intimidate her.
I think you mean Fifth Amendment and incriminate her.
We'll do that one too, ipso facto, Can't be too careful.
Okay. Again, because Miss Botox is not on trial, there is no need to invoke her Fifth Amendment or 25th Amendment, or really any of the amendments. This is just a witness interview.
Like a talk show, Dave.
Oh, okay. But generally speaking, Carlötta here doesn't know anything.
Yeah, starting to get that.
So, Miss Botox, according to your lawyer, your barrister, you don't know anything.
No.
You don't know that a Kremlin-backed oligarch by the name of Vladimir Hansandovich and an American by the name of Guy Pence conspired to blah, 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 blah.
Holy
blah,
cow,
blah,
Diary.
blah,
The
blah,
nasty
blah,
FBI
blah,
lady
blah,
laid out the
blah,
entire
blah,
scheme they were
blah,
investigating. It was bananas. Bananas.
and millions of dollars were being transferred offshore to a secret account in Crete in exchange for blah, blah, blah.
Turns out, there was this Russian-based plot to destroy the very fiber of America by discrediting our celebrities and creating a global embarrassment crisis.
And the plan was to have a major celebrity endorse the procedure, which would have resulted in blah, blah, blah.
If someone like Kim Kardashian had promoted this thing, millions of her followers might have shoved wasabi up their asses. America would have become a laughingstock, never to be taken seriously again.
So you're saying, for the record, Carlötta Botox, that you had no knowledge of any of that?
No, none of it. I was told the wasabi colonic would relieve my bloat.
That's it.
No, that's not all. It cures halitosis and a whole host of other osis conditions as well.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, Miss Botox, we're gonna wrap up this interview. It's obvious your involvement was merely peripheral. You and your, barrister are free to go.
You are what they call at Langley, a textbook definition of a useful idiot.
I am so glad I was useful. Happy to serve my country. Oh, can I get a selfie for my Insta?
No, you cannot get a selfie.
What evs? Look, Diary, here's the thing. I'm happy the FBI thwarted the plan and all, but I have to say, I don't think a little wasabi could have destroyed America. We're stronger than that. Our popular culture is more resilient. Our celebrities are more fierce. You can't embarrass America out of existence. It's not possible. We're the country that invented vaginal facials, for God's sakes. We gave the world goat yoga and celery juice and sunscreen pills. We created $66 jade eggs to put up your coochie in order to improve your chi. Anything you find on goop.com, well, that happened in America. A wasabi enema wouldn't have humiliated us. It would have just made us stronger. Anyone assuming otherwise would be sadly mistaken. America has a long and proud future ahead, and we, along with our celebrities, plan to forge ahead, crystal encrusting everything along the way.
Wow. That was a hell of a speech, Carlötta.
Thanks. I'm gonna use it as part of my TED Talk.
TED Talk? You know you can't do that, right? The FBI said your witness statement has to remain sealed. You can't talk about this thing.
Never?
Not without getting yourself in a heap of trouble.
Damn.
From PNN News, a breaking story on the continued investigation of Russian oligarchs infiltrating Los Angeles.
Oh, here's our story.
FBI field officers today arrested 2 individuals connected to the Russian plot to destabilize American culture. They are being arraigned in federal court today. Sources close to PNN News say an unnamed useful idiot was also questioned and released.
Useful idiot? That's me. And I'm not unnamed. I am Carlötta Botox, damn it, and I'm gonna scream it to the world. They call me Carlötta Botox.
Carlötta, get your head back in the car. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Oh my god. Ow. Ugh. This is just so sad. I was so close to becoming a household name.
You don't want to become famous this way. Trust me. We'll get there. I promise.
Yeah, I guess. By the way, Dave, that was some super fancy lawyering you did back there.
Thank you. Maybe you're not the only one in the car with acting chops, huh?
Well, it worked. I could have wound up in Guantanamo if it weren't for you. I hear it's a real dump.
No problemo.
Hey, I got an idea. How about I take you bowling? My treat. Let's call it your retainer, Barrister Moisten Minge.
The 4th, and you're on.
So, diary, that's the way this epic 2-part story ends, with a whimper and bowling. And you know what? That's just the way I like it. The lesson? Just kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Life is hard. Don't make it harder by getting involved in global espionage. Ugh, it's exhausting. Mwah! Love you guys. Thanks for listening to the Carlötta Botox Chronicles. Remind me to tell you about the time I took a gig as an alpaca babysitter. Whew, it was a doozy.
Gird your loins. Here come the credits.
Hey everyone, this is Anne. I'm the creator of the Carlötta Botox Chronicles, and I want to thank you so much for listening. The episode you just enjoyed starred Samantha Gordon as Carlötta Botox and Trevor Lasore as Dave. Also, guest starring this episode were David Allen, Vivia Armstrong, Chelsea Quokka, and Ryan Manuel. If you like the show, please consider leaving us a 5-star rating or maybe even a written review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to pods. That would really help us gain some traction on podcast charts. And as always, we have a Patreon account. If you would like to become a sponsor, you can do so for as little as $1 a month. Visit patreon.com/Carlötta Podcast. That's patreon.com/Carlötta Podcast. That's it for this episode. Thanks so much for listening. Join us again next time. Coming up on the next Carlötta Botox Chronicles.
It's my giggle app.
This is a Giggle app alert. Click to see your gig.
It sends me alerts for freelance jobs. Let's see what it says. Ooh, this is interesting.
What is it?
It says, major Hollywood celebrity seeks responsible person to take care of their alpacas. The job lasts 1 week.
You Hollywood types are so weird.
I'm clicking yes on this gig. It's too good to pass up.
Welcome to the promo episode for Podcast Reviews Podcast, the podcast in which I review the reviews of my podcast. This is a promo, but it's also a full-length episode to show you kind of what the show's about and like. So if this is in your regular feed that you're hearing this is actually also going out to a bunch of other podcasts who are swapping promos in 60-second spots with me, so I put their promo on my podcast later. So this is a promo/episode to tell you what the show's about. If you already know, then thank you for listening and being a listener, but if you don't, my show called Podcast Reviews Podcast is about reviewing people's reviews of my show, Podcast Reviews Podcast. I go to iTunes, and every time I look at the reviews, I read and rate your reviews of my show about the podcast. I'm almost out of 60 seconds are up, so check out my show in iTunes, rate and review it, Podcast Reviews Podcast, and we'll see you next week.